the first phase of any software development begins with understanding the requirements. And understanding the requirement means listening to the customer and understanding the business they want, understanding the product they want to develop. Okay, and it's not just about delivering the systems to them, it's about creating a solution for them. Okay, so creating a solution means it should be sustainable, it should be adaptable.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another insightful episode of FaceTime with Leaders by Directors Institute, World Council of Directors. I'm your host, Sandeep Kothari, and today we have with us someone who has not just kept pace with the tech evolution, he has literally shaped it. With over 18 years in software development, cloud architecture, DevOps, and AI led solutions, Mr. Sandeep Kothari is a name that commands respect in engineering leadership circles. It's great to have you with us, Mr. Sandeep Kothari.
Thank you, Sunny, and I really look forward with this interview.
And what makes this conversation even more exciting is the depth and diversity of your journey, Mr. Kothari. From building scalable tech stacks to mentoring high performing teams, and now pursuing advanced credentials in AI, cybersecurity, and general management.
Right, it has been quite a learning journey, and I think learning constantly is what keeps you moving in this fast-pacing software industry. So yeah, it has been a nice journey so far.
Exactly, and that's what today's episode is all about. All right, so let's begin now. Mr. Kothari, let's open this up easy. I always feel the best place to begin is with the person behind the profile. So, in your own way, how did this all start for you?
Right. So yeah, it all started after I completed my engineering in software in information technology. Okay. So like all engineers, I started my career um, in a software industry. I started my career as a web developer. Okay, so with with that, I developed many multiple websites and software products, and gradually moved up to the ladder. I have seen every phases of the career. Like I started as a web developer, then I became software developer, then senior software engineer, associate technical manager, project lead, technical manager. Now I'm working as an engineering manager. So it has been a great journey, and I have learned a lot. And with all this technical learning and leadership roles that I have learned, or I have the role that I have performed, right now what I feel is the need to get into the management aspects of it. So that's why I have started taking this course so that I can learn more into the business side of it, because what I felt is technical leadership along with some business directions or alignment will definitely help the industry and make me to use my experience and shape the industry in the right direction or right structure. So I would like to utilize my knowledge now with like around 18 plus years of experience. I have gained a lot of insights and a lot of understanding in this industry, and I would like to utilize my knowledge now to shape it and move it in a right direction. So yeah, that's how I would like to. That's why I'm getting into this Directors Institute course.
And that's exactly the kind of story that brings this podcast to life, Mr. Kothari. So, thank you for sharing that with us.
Sure.
All right. So, continuing our conversation, Mr. Kothari, one thing I genuinely admire about your journey is how you have seamlessly built platforms across HR, e commerce, and AI. And yet, each one seems rooted in a deep understanding of the business need behind it. So, tell me, before you even touch a line of code, how do you approach that phase of really listening, understanding, and then shaping what the business truly needs into a technical solution that works?
Right. So before starting with code, the first phase of any software development begins with understanding the requirements. And understanding the requirement means listening to the customer and understanding the business they want, understanding the product they want to develop. Okay. And it's not just about delivering the systems to them, it's about creating a solution for them. Okay. So creating a solution means it should be sustainable, it should be adaptable. So getting into the requirements part of it, and rather than I would say, rather than just understanding the requirement, it's about translating the intent of the customer. Okay. So once we understand the intent of the customer, what they want and how do they want the system to be developed, then we start, or then probably we can think of how to approach it technically. Okay? Then do the designing and architecting, and then get the proper mapping of the resources, and then start the work. So yeah, before starting, listen to the customer. Listening is definitely an important skill, as I said earlier as well. Like listening is missing in today's world. There is lack of the ability to listen more and talk more. But what we really want is to listen carefully, to understand the customer, and to understand the intent of the customer, to understand the product's need. And once you have the entire clarity about the product or the system or the solution that you want to develop for the customer, then only start with the development stuff. Yes. So yeah, that's how I approach before starting with the coding part or the development part of any software solution.
Absolutely. And that's the kind of clarity and depth that really sets leaders like Mr. Kothari apart. You can hear the intent behind every decision. It's not just about building fast, it's about building right.
So I agree. Building the right solution for the customer, and making it thinking in terms of scalability and long-term view of that solution. Okay. And maintaining the relationship with the customer or the client is really important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Mr. Kothari, I have to say, when I came across your early work with Hadoop, Hive, and all that deep dive into Apache log analysis and NoSQL databases, and this was way before it was the cool thing to do, it genuinely made me pause. So I have to ask you, what was it that drew you into that space so early on? Was it instinct, opportunity, or just that hunger to figure things out before the rest of the world caught on? What was it?
Yeah. So yes, those diving into those areas. In fact, yeah, I have this curiosity and to explore things, and I like to keep myself updated with the technology. So I keep reading technical news, I keep reading technical blogs, and whenever such kind of new technology comes up, I really would like to understand the technology, and the most better way to understand the technology is to try our hands on it. So I think that's what always makes me to explore those technology, to jump into those technology which is upcoming, and to understand and explore and see if we can utilize this or those technologies in our organization. And that's why I have also done my artificial intelligence course in 2021, when once I figured that this is an important technology. Okay. So yeah, I mean, keeping yourself updated makes me and pushes me to explore those technologies, and dig into it and learn it. And if I figure that it is useful, then probably pitch in the organization and try to utilize and build our organization or move our project into those technologies. So yeah, so that's what pushes me or encourages me to jump into the new technologies whenever and as they comes up. And I keep reading all those things, the upcoming technologies, and I get interested in those technologies. So yeah, I would like to try my hands on those technologies which are interesting, which can be useful. And once I try those out by myself, I see if it is usable, then why not? Go with this technology, try to pitch the organization.
And that's exactly the kind of mindset that defines true innovators. Mr. Kothari, the way you leaned into the unknown back then really says something about your approach to growth.
True. Yeah, I mean, this kind of mindset, and to make yourself updated with the technology, that's the only way that will drive you in the software industry. Okay, so you have to be on top of it. You have to watch the market. You have to learn more latest technology, because you cannot stay. Because if you don't adapt to the latest technology, you will be outdated. Okay, in the software industry in particular. So there are like, right now the AI is moving so fast that if if we don't keep it up with it, then we will get outdated. So right now there is AI, but yesterday there was big data. So the technology is getting updated, and we have to move with it. We have to keep our pace with it. Otherwise, we will be outdated, and I really do not want to get outdated.
Please said, Mr. Kothari. In fact, when I came across the number of projects you have done, I was genuinely intrigued. I mean, blending social media behavior with predictive models and enterprise goals, that's not just engineering, that's vision. So tell me one thing, Mr. Kothari, what did working on those kind of innovation driven platforms teach you about taking risk in tech?
Right. So innovation is very important. If we don't innovate, and if we don't explore new technologies and try to build some new projects or POCs or proof of concepts, then we will not, if we don't take this kind of risk, then we'll not be able to build new products, or new technologies cannot be integrated into our systems. Okay. And that means we are not utilizing the available advanced technology, and we are not able to move faster or create something better for the customers or for the world, or for the society in general, right? So yes, innovation is important. Taking risk to build products on this innovative technology should always be carried out in a in an appropriate manner. It's not like we can take uh, an entire resource utilize on this, but there should always be some capacity for this research or innovative development apart from the regular or routine work that you are doing, so that we can nobody knows, if you work on such innovations, you can build up something new and always and something better, right? And that will be a, say, kind of very useful thing for the customers, for the society, right? So nobody knows, like Facebook, like WhatsApp, now they have become an integrated part of our communication, as well as interacting with people, right? So if we don't innovate, if we don't create some innovative products, probably we are living the world with in a status quo, and that's not nice, right? If we want to move forward with time, we should always try to build something new, and there should always be some capacity working on this innovative product. So yes, risk taking is a part of building innovative products, but that should be there. We should always take risk and build such products, so that uh, we can we can create better futures.
That's such a powerful insight, Mr. Kothari. The way you embraced uncertainty and still chose to build something ahead of its time really shows the kind of leader you are. Not just technically sharp, but bold in vision. Yes, Mr. Kothari, hearing everything you have built so far, I have to ask, as you look ahead, what's next on the horizon for you? Is the boardroom a space you see yourself stepping into, where your experience can help shape not just products, but company direction, culture, and long term strategy?
Right. So being with the technology side of most of my career so far, what I feel right now is getting into this boardroom and taking decisions to help the alignment of the technical areas along with the business side, and making sure that I can do some oversight and bridge this gap of operational and business oversight. If I can do that, and contribute on in the boardroom to make sure that there is this accountability part, and strategic oversight thing where I can contribute, would be a nice for my career right now at this point of time, because I want to utilize my technical expertise and make sure that this knowledge can help into sustainable growth by being in the board itself. Right? So that's why I have decided to get into this directors institute course so that I can have some better perspective on what's happening in the how the board works, what's happening in the board meeting, how what kind of decisions we can make, and how can utilize my knowledge and expertise to make such decisions and reshape or structure the organization in the right direction wherever possible. So yes, I would like to get into this board space now.
That's such a grounded and thoughtful vision, Mr. Kothari. It's clear you are not just thinking about where tech is headed, but also how you can shape the space around it at a leadership and governance level. And talking about the governance with the kind of leadership roles you have held, when we talk about corporate governance at a broader level, accountability, ethical decision making, long term vision, etc., etc., how do you see that fitting into the world of engineering and technology leadership today?
Engineering today is not just about building products or delivering systems. Right now, we are as engineering leaders, we are more accountable now. Right now, we are building. We are looking into metrics. There are so many logs and metrics we are analyzing day to day to make sure that we are accountable and we are answerable to the stakeholders, shareholders, right? So accountability is an important embedded part right now in the engineering, right? In the engineering world. And ethical decision making, there is always this data privacy issue, ethical usage of AI right now, right? So and managing those private data of the organizations or the customers. So ethical decision making right now also need to be embedded or intertwined with engineering decisions, right? So when we develop some systems, we take all those into considerations. We take security into consideration. So I think in today's world, this has become an integral part, and thinking about its impact on the society, how better we can make, how which technology to use, what are the better ways to use technology, and how it can impact the society, the customers, the stakeholders are all considered nowadays while engineering some products. Okay? So it has become an integral part now to in the engineering world itself to do this all those corporate governance part or principles that we consider, right? Accountability, ethical decision making, and uh, what else we have? Transparency, right? So transparency is also needed with engineering, and also with corporate governance. We need to make sure that we are transparent to the stakeholders, shareholders, right? And ensure that uh, that everything we build has all those parts considered. So it has become an integral part nowadays.
Absolutely, Mr. Kothari, and that's such a timely and grounded perspective. All right. So before we wrap up, one last question, and as you also mentioned, Directors Institute. Given the depth of experience you already bring to the table, I'm curious to know what drew you to join Directors Institute, and how has the journey been so far?
Right. As I told, I want to utilize and understand the broader perspective, how the decisions are made at the broader level or higher level of the organization, and I want to be a part of it so that I can also uh, give a right direction and utilize my skills and knowledge and expertise to shape the organization, to make sure that we are better accountable to the shareholders, stakeholders, to make sure that we are more responsible. We are taking all the ethical decisions, right? And I get into this directors institute to have a better perspective on this board decisions, that how to get into the board, how the board works, how the board scales or prioritizes some project over others, how the board thinks in for the society, and the ESG part of it, right? So I'm really interested to get into this, and this course will definitely help me. So far, I have learned a lot about corporate governance. Right, I have also have this opportunity to network with like-minded people and peer groups, so that I can further enhance my skills and understanding, and probably with all those understandings, I'll be able to contribute better and more, and from the not just from the technical point of view, but from the decision making point of view as well, right? So yes, director issued has helped me so far, and I'm still continuing my course, and probably by the end of the course I will be more skillful and resourceful. So yeah, let's hope for the better.
Absolutely. And that's really encouraging to hear, Mr. Kothari. It's always great when seasoned professionals like yourself find renewed clarity and direction through the institute.
Thanks a lot. And I'm also really grateful that we conducted this interview or podcast. And yeah, by encountering such question also, it gives me a time to think more on all those areas that we've discussed so far. And probably I also can see a better sense of accomplishment by answering these questions. And these are some thoughtful perspectives uh, I would like to share with the people. And this opportunity gives me uh, those chances to share my perspective. So yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sandeep Kothari, for joining in. And let me tell you, this has been such a meaningful conversation. From early experiments with emerging tech to your sharp insights on leadership and governance, there is so much our audience will take away from this. And conversations like this remind us that leadership isn't just about big titles, it's about curiosity, clarity, and choosing to grow even after 2 decades in the game. And to our audience, thank you again for joining us on FaceTime with Leaders by Directors Institute. Until next time, keep learning, keep leading. Thank you so much, and have a nice time.